Star Wars Rebels Season 4, the mid-season trailer hit the internet within the last couple of hours, really. And they're calling it the mid-season trailer. We can call it the finale trailer.
Sure.
Because there's going to be
nothing else after the season.
Right, it's done. The series, Dave Filoni gets to close out this series. And I was really, honestly, inspired and really excited for the rest of Season 4 to play out because of this trailer. David, I did a reaction video to this, so I'd like to know what you thought of the trailer.
So you know that I'm not up to date yet with this series.
I'm aware.
I'm like 4 or 5 episodes into Season 2. So what I loved about this season trailer is that it's not just what's coming up. It walks you back through the whole, little synopsis of the entire series thus far. So there are some spoilers in there, like I didn't know Kanan went blind, so shame on me for not knowing that. But that being said, the first minute of the trailer, I was able to say, oh, I remember that, that's really cool, that was a really neat scene. I probably slept through that one because I know the next one. But now I'm excited because of what's coming after that, because it got me excited about what I've already seen. So whoever put this trailer together, just kudos to them. But I think that's what I'm going to do the rest of the weekend, is kind of binge watch the rest of that series and get caught up on it. Because it's for free on Disney XD's website.
Yes.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. And was that the Emperor? Briefly?
It was the Emperor, and a fun fact about that is, leading up to this point, Sam Witwer, the voice actor who did Maul, who also did the Emperor, had been doing the Emperor. Okay. Sam Witwer is not doing the Emperor. They brought back Ian McDiarmid to voice the Emperor.
Seriously?
So there's a couple lines in there that you hear the Emperor speak.
It's something along the lines of Ezra Bridger, finally mine at last, or something?
Yes. And it's Ian McDiarmid. They brought him back, and there was some speculation about...
That's so cool.
Man, I want to say a year ago, but I know there was a story around the time of Star Wars Celebration Orlando that Ian McDiarmid was in the recording booth for something.
That's cool.
And so recently, Sam Witwer, I think it was actually like an hour or so after the trailer dropped, where he came out on Twitter and was like, listen, I hate to tell you this, but I'm answering the question now, I'm not voicing the Emperor, but I'll let you guess who is. And, which is awesome, because Sam is a big Star Wars fan, and he definitely supports that.
Do you think he's heartbroken that he doesn't get to end this series?
Sam Witwer?
Yeah.
No, I think he's overjoyed that they were smart enough to use... If Ian McDiarmid's willing to come back, you use Ian McDiarmid. And Sam has always been very vocal with a lot of it. I've seen him. He does a lot of interviews. Now that I think about it, that guy's always being interviewed about Star Wars. But he's always said, he's I do a good Emperor, but you're never going to be as good as
the original,
the actual Emperor. Ian McDiarmid is Emperor Palpatine. So really exciting to see him back, and excited to see how they use the Emperor in the series, because I thought in the trailer it was just the right amount. The first shot you get that close up of him, and then that last scene where it's Ezra, and then the hologram is a little elevated above him looking down. So there's speculation that, does Ezra go bad? Does Ezra join the dark side? Does he die at the hands of the Emperor? What is he doing does him and the Loth Wolves, do they no, they obviously don't take down the Emperor because we see him in the trilogy, but
I think something big is going to happen when they meet. I think it's going to be the end of Ezra as we know him.
I would be very satisfied if it was the Emperor that took down Ezra. I think that'd be a really cool ending. And also, keep in mind, it's Disney XD. They got to kill off these characters. There's a couple fans on the internet. I say a couple. There's probably a lot, but there's a couple tweets that I read earlier today where they were saying how they think that Kanan's going to be out after the first episode, which I don't agree with. But I think Kanan, Ezra, and Zeb are out. I think that would be fair.
So the very last line.
Yes.
When Ezra says, one last lesson.
Yes.
What do you think that lesson is?
Man, one last lesson would be, I don't know, man. You have to die at some point. Everybody dies. I don't know, but I think that's what I'm so excited about the series, is because that trailer did exactly what we needed, was give us that line to put us on the edge of our seat to see this.
Get me excited to get caught back up. So if anybody else out there is not caught up, watch it with me this weekend. Let's talk about it more when the episode comes out, February 18th.
So February 19th is when the episodes will first start to drop on Disney XD. They're going to do 2 episodes at a time, and then that'll be for 2 weeks, and then the last week that they have episodes, which will be in March, it's going to be a 90-minute special
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. So basically, a movie is how they're going to end this series, and it's going to be exciting to see how Dave Filoni and company end this series, because again, we mentioned it before, they didn't get to close out Clone Wars the way they wanted to. It kind of got pulled out from underneath them. So it'll be great to see how Dave Filoni ends the series, and then of course see what he does after. See what he and his crew do after this project.
Because they have announced they're doing another series of some sort, right?
There's some project in the works, but we don't know anything about it. But I think to speculate about that is a couple weeks away. Let's enjoy this ride and what is Star Wars Rebels Season 4. It's going to be pretty awesome. What did you think about the trailer? Let us know down in the comments below, or you can post on Facebook, Twitter, or our Instagram. We have posts on there talking about the trailer and what we liked. So be sure to comment down below.